I'm going to hike to the Area 51 of the Renaissance, where Leonardo da Vinci would build and test crazy flying machines, and I'm going to do it in these shoes. The Nortiv8 Armadillo version 2. I left my house at about 10 o'clock this morning, got a coffee. Claudia and Francesco, thank you so much for paying for my panino and my cappuccino. I hung out in the piazza a little bit, took some shots of that. I took the panoramic walk from the piazza near my house to roughly this location right here. I actually ran into some hikers, some Italians that had just walked from Bologna. That's like 135 kilometers. And they came right down this path that I'm on right now. That's a hike that I have also done. If you're interested in that video, if you come to Italy and you have 6 extra days, I did it in 5, but 6 is probably recommended. Definitely go check out that video. Okay, so today we are going to the Area 51 of the Renaissance. This is where Leonardo da Vinci was a disruptor. This is where he designed, built, and tested radical new flying machines. And just like Nortiv8, he was a disruptor. Nortiv8 designed the Armadillo. Okay, this is the version 2, the shoes that I'm wearing right now. It's an over-the-ankle, lightweight hiking boot. It's water resistant, it's comfortable, it's amazing, and it's only $51. Area 51, $51. I can only imagine what was going through the mind of the guy that strapped those wings onto his body and was standing at the precipice, which is right up here, which is what we're gonna go find, and then thought about jumping off that cliff with those wings. That's kind of how I feel right now in these boots. I am poised at the edge of an adventure, and I feel actually very, very, very secure. I've already got about 20 miles in these shoes, and they are really, really good. And I'm gonna go through all of their features today in this hike, and we're gonna go find the Area 51 of the Renaissance. So we are right here at the beginning of the trail. We just left Fiesole. That's where I had coffee, ran into the hikers. And so we're just gonna take this little path up here, and we're gonna wind up at the Leonardo da Vinci Piazzale in this beautiful wood that's right here. And we're gonna get it all done today, right now. I just had to take a quick break here on the hike because it's about to get very steep, and it's been a very long week. And I'm still digesting that panino and cappuccino from before. So the Armadillo2s do have a lot of upgrades. So they have an improved arch support in the insole, which adds more stability, more comfort, and just an overall better ride. I did not hike in the Armadillo. I'm hiking now in the Armadillo2, and that all checks out for me after 20 miles. The other thing that they did was they upgraded the tongue, so it keeps out more debris. The tongue for me fits perfectly to the front part of my foot, the upper part of the front of my foot. And then the other amazing thing that they did was that these shoes are water resistant. So in one of the hikes, just to see what would happen, I stood in a puddle for 5 minutes and there was 0 leaks. All in all, the mesh uppers with the suede overlay are extremely comfortable. I cannot believe that at this price you get this much quality in a hiking shoe. For comfort, you are totally in the secure. If you buy these shoes, I can't imagine that they would not be comfortable for you. The other thing I really like about these, which I really appreciate in all hiking manufacturers, is that they have a very, very forgiving last. That is the type of foot that is supposed to fit inside these boots. These are generous enough that I think they're gonna fit a lot of feet. They're generous enough that you can put a thicker sock in here if you want to, or you can double up your socks if you're concerned about blisters. But they're not so generous that they're loose and sloppy. Somehow they hit that sweet spot for comfort and fit. So on comfort, these shoes so far have been amazing. We're getting closer. I just wanted to say that this entire area was a stone quarry during the Renaissance. And so when Michelangelo was up here doing all of this stuff, there were men, and probably women as well, chiseling away at these stone quarries, and a lot of this stone wound up in the palaces in Florence. Anyway, I'm sure all of those people wish that they had had the Armadillo2, because these are highly protective shoes. They excel at protection and are amazing. If you've ever watched one of my review videos before, you know I love to test for protection underfoot. So essentially what I do is I just have this little test set here where I just step on a stone with the shoe. Normally I'm comparing multiple shoes at the same time. And I just see how much of that rock is transmitted to the bottom of my foot. So the Nortiv8 Armadillo2 has a relatively soft sole for a boot like this, but that's a trade-off. So I would say, you know, if I had a heavy backpack on and I was just bombing down a trail and I stepped on a sharp rock, I think these are going to provide adequate protection. I'm not going to get a bruise or damage to the bottom of my foot, which has happened to me in the past. So I'm going to give these a pass. Obviously, the trade-off is a softer rubber compound like this is going to provide a little bit more grip, and that checks out with my experience with these boots. But you're going to have more contact with the trail, which I actually prefer. So I prefer slightly softer sole and compound, a little more grip, but I can feel a little bit more of the trail. So thumbs up on the protection underfoot. Hey, so the other thing I would say about protection is the toe cap and the suede leather upper portions that are over the top of the mesh. It's got a really nice toe cap, and the suede leather also provide a lot of protection. So as far as protection is concerned, underfoot, and then just also protecting your foot, you're in good hands with the Armadillo2 from Nortiv8. The deep lugs on these shoes work pretty well for traction. I'm just going to scamper up this hill. It's a test I often do. You guys have seen me do this. Oh. You can just see I have almost zero issues. This is a super steep grade. These shoes are doing very well for traction. Oh, okay, maybe not that well, but anyway, I think that the lugs work well. They're not, again, you know, these shoes are not gonna wow you, perhaps, with traction, but they're good. That was a significant test. That's a significant test of these shoes. I just scampered up that hill, and so for traction on the soles, I think that they're good. So for stability, these shoes have a lot going for them. They have this triangle back support. This is harder. It's a harder rubber material that provides a cup or a bucket back there for your heel. I think that they're really good on stability. Maybe not the most stable hiking shoe I've ever worn, but again, they're good. They're adequate. The great insole, great midsole, and again, this rubber outsole works very well. So all in all, this whole package with this triangle heel support, plus the midsole, the insole, and the sole all work very well together for stability. So all in all, total thumbs up. Okay, we are almost there. I am almost up to the top where Michelangelo, I'm tired, where Leonardo da Vinci actually tested his flying machines. It's hot. I just wanted to show you this shot right here. So that's the face of one of the quarries. A big shout out to Nortiv8. Thank you for sending me these shoes. It's been an absolute pleasure wearing these. I've hiked a lot of miles in these so far, 20 miles on numerous hikes just in this area, and I'm super impressed so far. So we covered comfort, traction, stability, protection, and I give these shoes a passing grade on all four of those aspects. All right, so in just 2 minutes, we will be at the launch site, the Area 51 of the Renaissance. Okay, so we made it. This is where Leonardo would have somebody strap on those wings and jump off of these cliffs right here. In fact, you can see they have this barrier specifically because it is so dangerous and super high up. So this is where Leonardo launched, and this is also the launch of the Armadillo2. There are links in the description, and I believe there's also a code, so you can get it for even less than 51. Go check out that in the description. If you enjoyed the Armadillo, you're gonna enjoy the Armadillo2 even more because these things are upgraded from the past version. All right, it's been a pleasure. I will see you guys in the next one.